This one goes off early. This is the Nationals and the Pirates with Josiah Gray and Keller here. And in this one, I'm showing Matt Keller down to $1.50. 8.5 under -115.
Yeah, I like Keller and the Pirates here in this one. What did you say it was? -160-ish?
Yeah, down. Oh, yeah. No, we've had a little bit of a move here to the Nationals, actually. And now we're seeing this game at 150. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think this one comes down to how these two pitchers have been getting hit by their opponents. So with Keller, he gives up a 261 batting average versus Washington. Gray, on the other hand, a 316 to these pesky Pirates here today. Both of these guys have the high strikeout ratios, which is also going to be, good for the sport here in general. But I like Pittsburgh here today. I'll be taking Keller here in this one.
Oh, man, it's tough on the price here. It feels like to me with Pittsburgh, I want to join you. I definitely want to. I think Pittsburgh can win, and I'm happy about saving 10 cents here, especially with Gray's numbers of late. Maybe Keller has been that much better. He did have, let's see, 4 ERA in his last 4 starts. All right. I do like Pittsburgh. This is about as high a price. I mean, I wasn't happy about 160. I mean, I guess I'm a little happier about 150. I'm sure there's going to be some volatility in this one. It feels like following yesterday's game with I don't know who those guys. That was my one loss. How could I go under with they started some young pitchers, and I decided to go under as a premium, thinking I know better. I know what's going to happen. All right, I'll do it. I'll go with Pittsburgh. It's a 10-game card. Maybe I'm feeling the pressure off of our losses yesterday. But Pittsburgh is 8-5, and with Keller last 13 at home. With Keller starting, Pittsburgh's won 10 of their last 15. The Nationals have lost 12 of their last 16 games. Gray's better on the road, but you mentioned batting average over 300 against these guys. All right, Pittsburgh it is.
All right, let's do it.
Come in on them. I mean, we're playing. This is the danger of going through the entire card. Now, there's money to be made everywhere. I'll never deny that. But and maybe yesterday, I skipped to chat on 2 games. Let's see what they have to say. And maybe that was a problem. Maybe that was a problem yesterday with the losses that we had, Mindy. Let's face it.
Right.
Pirates Nationals over for Burley, but Butterscotch going under. So I figure there's going to be more runs here, even with the more experienced starting pitching today than yesterday. So it looks like under gets the call from the most, and Butters right. Let's not bet too much, or I don't know. We'll just bet the usual, where that's how we do it. But
bet the usual.
These are professional sporting events, after all. Okay. Law and Olsen, dun dun. I want to do the Law and Order theme. Law and Olsen here. Actually, the Tigers are the favorite now. They're minus $1.15, and the total is 8.5 over 15. That was a really early line, and Tigers 115, 8.5 over minus 115 with Law and Olsen.
All right. I like Olsen today. He's done a good job on the mound, I think, in his recent starts here. Only giving up 3 runs in his last 3 starts. Cincinnati's bullpen has been struggling here some. And then I kind of feel like with Law, he's just not been great here as of late. Just not really looking good. He has this 457 slugging percentage versus this Tigers team. 11% walk rate. To me, that's too much suspect pitching here in my mind. I'll be taking Olsen in this one.
Yeah, Derek Law does have one thing going for today, kind of, Mindy. And he's not exactly a young prospect. In fact, it's his birthday today. And he's 33 years old.
Birthday.
He's just opening. Yeah, I mean, I'm not playing the birthday angle or anything like that. I'm just saying, I was making a reference to the fact that he's 33. He's an opener and gets the start here in this one. Really just goes an inning or so, I would guess here. So that's a little bit of a problem. Considering the Reds bullpen, like you said, coming in, and seems like a reasonable price here to take Detroit after yesterday. Boy, these games are bad. These games are bad. But, look, I like.
Ramon says we're not doing the full schedule anymore.
Well, I mean, I certainly have to think that Olsen been good in his last 2 starts. Got that bad bullpen. Reds have won 3 straight. Tigers have lost 5 of 8. But I want to think that this is a spot for the Tigers. It's only minus $1.15. We'll take another play here. I guess we're gambling early with Major League Baseball. Scotch says take Detroit. And the Perky's is on Pittsburgh. Burley's on the Tigers. Here comes some Tigers action. Frankie on the over. Feels like the Sharps are all on the under, and I probably would. Tigers have gone under in 22 of their last 30 games. It's the law.
It's the law. Good one. Very punny.
All right. Detroit here. Probably should just be going with the total. Make sure we don't go too crazy here. The doubleheader, the makeup game is a 10:35.
You mean for the next one with the Marlins? I gotcha.
Yeah. So
yes, because I did. I was on the Yankees there next. Gotcha.
Okay, I'm ready for it. Here we go. Let's go with the right because I think there's also not complete information in the second game. We'll break them up here. Game 1 of the.
We're doing Yankees now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In game, we're pretty sure this pitching matchup here. It looks like with Michael King and Tanner Houck. Red Sox are $1.15, 9.5 under 20.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like we've been talking about Houck for about 4 days straight right now. I mean,
is that what it is?
I was like, it's like Groundhog Day here for the Yankees, Red Sox here. So I've gone back and forth with what my predictions were. I took a total one day, took a side the other, then I took the opposite total. So it's been pretty wild here. But yeah, I think that kind of the numbers come down to Tanner Houck lately hasn't been necessarily great. I mean, historically, he's kept the Yankees to about 3.23 batting average, but as of late here, he's been sitting at about a 5.5 ERA. With King, again, I feel like he's not necessarily been great versus Boston in the past. He has a 5.16 batting average, a 7.84 slugging. It's like, what do you do in this one? I kind of feel like that I'm going to go ahead and go back on the Yankees, even though I feel like a worse pitcher on the mound with King. But as of late, he's been holding it more together. A 1.2 ERA in his last couple starts. I think I'm going to go with King and the Yankees in this one.
All right, Mindy, take the Yankees here. If they ever get this series in, rain, doubleheaders like old school, 2 doubleheaders. So right. Both teams 73 and 72. Houck, the Red Sox are just 2-9 in his last 11 starts. So he's been pretty good. Yankees somewhere in there, they've won 3 straight. Boston still has that massive over trend going here, but I'm going to end up on the under here. Yankees have gone over in just 4 of their last 15 games. I'm fading that huge trend that we've been talking about for a couple of weeks with the Boston overs here. It is a doubleheader. I got burned in the last one, went under in both games. They went over, so I'm just going to throw that out there. Put the fade on here if you want. I'm going under in this one, and let's see if you guys have anything here in game 1 with Frankie. He says take the Yankees. And Yankee. A little bit of Boston. Lovables on Yankees. Freaky Tweaky is here. Is that what? Yeah, Freaky Tweaky is here today. Oh boy, trust Boston, and two teams going nowhere. Maybe Boston at home. There's still a rivalry. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Mindy says take the Yankees. I'll say take under. Let's move on. Let's move on to back to that Miami game where at least two teams are headed possibly here to the postseason with Marlins and Brewers. Brewers we know are good to go. And in this one, I'm showing Yuri Perez $1.15, and the total here is, it looks like it's dropped here. I'm showing 8/20, maybe. It looks like total's dropped here a little bit on some widely reported steam.
So is it true that both of these pitchers are barely 500? They have 5-4 records. I feel like these are two pretty darn good pitchers in order to be having 5-4 records. It kind of blows my mind here a little bit. Brewers are hitting okay here as of late, but I'm going to look to the Marlins on this one. They won each of Yuri Perez's last two starts here, and the number that's like glaring right in the face is this .043 batting average that he has against this Milwaukee Brewers team. Now, Hauser hasn't been bad either, .269 batting average versus the Marlins, but I love Perez in that 33.3 K rate there, Ramon. I like him. Give me the Marlins today.
All right, Mindy says take the Marlins in this one with Perez on the mound. Perez, the Marlins have gone under in 10 of his last 12 starts. So you see this total definitely moving lower here, as I mentioned, on that steam. And you're in a situation, Miami on the road as a dog. They kind of trend under in that role. Milwaukee Miami's a road favorite, I'm sorry, but same for Milwaukee as a home dog, kind of trends to the under. But of late, both these teams have scored some runs. Miami, though, they've won 9 of 13. Milwaukee's won 16 of 23 games. I have a feeling this one's going to sneak over. That's where I'm headed now that it is at 8. I don't think we're going to go back to 8.5. There is still some 8.5s out there actually, but I think this one might continue to move lower. You mentioned the good pitching of these two starters here, and Hauser hasn't been too swift of late, but Milwaukee 11-6 in his starts this season. So Mindy takes Miami. I'll take the over. The chat with their opinions on this one. I'm seeing here Brew Crew for Nathan. Frankie says Milwaukee. Butterscotch is on a Nerfy here in this one. Jacoby says Brewers. Hauser's allowed a run in the first inning on 5 of 17. That's pretty high percentage. Perez has been better, much better. 3 of 17. That is better, no doubt. And here's some other Brewers support, it looks like. And Burley says Marlins first 5, the under. Marlins money line. Burley likes this game.
Goodness. Yeah,
this is a game to me. I feel like you're going to be able to handicap a little bit better, too, with, teams still, good teams. So, Mindy on the Marlins. I'll take the over in this one. And so we're going to be on the games together that have no bearing in the standings, of course. Here's the Diamondbacks, certainly an important game for them, and they have to face a guy whose season is not over. I mean, he's pitching for, I don't think he can win a Cy Young award, but he just continues to pitch very, very well this season. One of the better pitching matchups here of the day, certainly with Senga, $1.20. And the total is now way down. I don't know, maybe this was an error or an overnight line. I'm showing it 7/15, a full run. Yeah, a full run lower than what was listed on the screen there right now. This one is getting slammed here to the under today. I don't see any 7.5s out there.
Huh. Interesting, move there. I just kind of feel like Merrill Kelly is not the same pitcher if you look at his home and road splits. That's kind of the big deal here for me. His opponents hit 262 on the road against him compared to 186 at home. He faces basically 27 fewer batters at his home park. In his last road start, he did do okay. But yeah, I just kind of think this is going to be a Mets day. I think this is going to be Senga. He's been dominant at Citi Field, a .186 batting average there on his home field. So yeah, I mean, if I look at again, Senga versus the Diamondbacks 222 average, you got Kelly versus the Mets specifically 407 average. So doesn't pitch well versus this Mets team. Give me the Mets today.
All right, take the Mets with Senga. You laid it out just fine there, certainly because of his splits or his overall body of work. It doesn't have to be home or away. Yeah, maybe he is better at home. Listen to some of these numbers, though. I mean, talk about this move, a full half a run there to the under in this one, because you have Senga has gone under in 17 of his last 22 starts. Kelly's gone under in 7 of his last 9 starts. The Mets have gone under in 15 of their last 24, and Arizona's gone under in 9 of their last.
That's a lot of under you've been talking about, Ramon. That's a lot of under.
Nets as a home favorite goes under. Diamondbacks as a road dog trends under for the most part. Sharps seem to love the. I want to totally. I totally want to just be Mr. Contrarian here. I mean, how low can this total go? There is some 7 over 25s actually, so maybe the price isn't as low as it says there. Maybe it's 7 over 20 in general. But let's see if the chat wants to go under, or they want to go Arizona or the Mets, like Mindy here with Frankie on Arizona.
I see Scott on the Mets. On the Lazy Love on the Mets. I love it.
All right. Here are the gang on the Mets. Just a roll of Mets coming in the chat here on this one, when we know the Mets are Dunsky. And there was an issue. Let's see, what was it? I think some issue with my man Brent Strom. What was that story that broke? Let me see if they. He was talking. The Diamondbacks pitching coach Brent Strom. I'm a big fan of his when he was pitching with the Padres when I was a kid, but he was ripping the Mets pitching staff, Mets broadcasters for some of their comments about what they said on the air. It's probably something you shouldn't get into, but all right. In this one, I'm gonna be Mr. Contrarian here. I'll say this one finds a way to get over. Everything's going under in this game. The Sharps are going under, and I'm taking over. I can't. I love Senga. I'm looking for this to get into the bullpen. I hope that it is against Merrill Kelly. Arizona's 1-4 in his last 5 road starts. So that you talk about some of the road woes. Mindy on the Mets. I'm going contrarian. I'm going over. Rangers and Blue Jays here. More important action with these two. We talked about this being the big series. Toronto now game back, and Texas right now half a game up. It's Texas, Seattle, Toronto battling it out here in this wild card situation. Important game today with good pitchers on the mound. Hopefully good pitchers.
I think it's definitely a good matchup today. I mean, Evaldi's been pretty good. He had a little bit of a rough patch. I think he gave up like 4 runs and a 10-1 loss. But other than that, he's been really, really decent. 317 average that he gives up versus this Toronto team. And Gausman, we know that he's been pretty good as well. Gives up a 320 average versus this Texas team. So, I mean, it looks like that we might get some runs in this one, but I'm kind of looking more towards all things being equal between the two pitchers. I kind of feel Gosman has a little bit of the advantage. I feel Texas is a little bit weak yet with the bats. I know they got to keep on pace, but I think today the Blue Jays get this one.
Okay, Mindy says, take the Jays after yesterday's mashing. Are the Rangers really back? I don't know. Mindy talked about that total, and look, we want you to subscribe to Mindy's picks. I don't know what's going to happen on her. Eovaldi's gone over for the most part in his starts of late. He's got a 5.5 ERA in his last 3 starts. Rangers have gone over in 16 of their last 20. Blue Jays have gone over in 11 of their last 17. And Gosman has an ERA close to 5, even though the season-long numbers for these pitchers are good.
Mm-hmm.
So the Rangers, man, with that bounce back, this is a pretty high price. I'm going to take the over on the show. I'll give it out as a free play. I think it will go over today at 8 runs. It might even be – it's actually juiced to the under here. I'll just leave it up there at that. And maybe Blue Jays maybe up to $1.55 here. Opened some spots as low as $1.30, but I don't know, man. Rangers, man, they're so inconsistent. Let's see here with Frankie on Toronto. Scotch on Toronto. Hello to Mac. He takes the Jays. Jacoby, Blue Jays. James says take the over. And Eovaldi, he's been actually not ever very good against this team in his career. So, all right. Burley, Jays, and over. All right. Here is Rays taking on the Orioles here with Kyle Bradish, $1.30. Oh, okay, down to $1.30. 8.5 under 20, maybe even $1.25 here, but a little bit of a discount here coming in on the Orioles. Maybe the line move here is on the Rays a bit.
Yeah, it does look like that was the Rays taking the money, and for me, I'm not quite sure why. I mean, I feel like with Bradish on the mound for the O's, he's been one of their most durable, reliable starters here. He is 4-0 in his last 5 starts, an ERA like under 2 basically, and now you got an Orioles team here that I think been kind of firing on all cylinders here. I think Tampa Bay is the one that's kind of lost a little bit of momentum here going down the stretch. So yeah, I mean, I feel like this is got a Bradish written all over it here. I'll be taking the Orioles in this one. It's up a 4.11 batting average versus this.
No, I'm glad you're trying to remind, because I mean, I have recency bias off of our loss yesterday. I tried to sell us on Dallas Keuchel. I mean, come on.
Hey,
and the Rays got the win in that one.
Barely got.
We were, handicapped. It was funny because handicappers were all over the Rays in that game. I promise you that. And we were on the Twins, and I didn't mind it. But yeah, no, it did come. It was a great.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bottom or top of 9 type of deal for us there. We were in it the whole way.
I know. I had, I took the over in pocket. Okay, I agree. Let's take it. I mean, we're getting $1.30 here, I think, and now that looks like a discount. Bradish has won his last 4 starts. Orioles 9-2 with Bradish. I have a more optimistic outlook right now of the Rays lately, certainly with wins in 17 of their last 24 games. And Savali, certainly they're going to need him, and I think he's done pretty well. But I'm going to try the Orioles with you here for a play at home. They're certainly, if anything, in a position we're battling for the division title here. That's what makes this game so appealing right now. And, I think it's important to want to win that division and not be that wild card. So,
right.
Both teams, this is something to play for in this game, and I'll take the Orioles at home. Scotch lock on Baltimore here.
All right, that always makes me feel better.
Yep. Let's take a look. Here it is. Yeah, Nathan, I think over the last 3 weeks, I mean, I know the Cardinals, you don't want to be losing to them like they did in those games. So, hey, Crystal Craig is here today. So I see Crystal in some chat rooms, other sports chat rooms too.
Hi,
She
Crystal.
loves the betting game. I know that from where the shows that she's in. Not that I know that, I just see her. I just see her. Recognizable name. And maybe she'll even confirm that she likes the shows, the sports betting shows, like I do. All right, we'll do it. We'll take the Orioles here. I'll do it. Bradish, like I said, they've done well with him. Let's see here. We got that doubleheader here before we get to the last. Yeah, we got the. So I don't know what's going on. Let me see if I have anything on the Red Sox right now. There is the lines coming out, so I imagine we might know soon. Boston's favored here, probably $1.20, 9.5 under 20. Even if we don't know the now, I think we have some idea. Let me see, minus 120, 9.5 under 20. Looks like the line currently with action, certainly, but maybe Garrett Whitlock could be in there today. What did you see anything, Mindy, on that?
No, I still have a to be announced on my end. I have Clark Schmidt, who I know is not my guy for the Yankees. So it's usually one of those, I'm just going to take whoever's against Schmidt. That's how I usually go in this one. I'll take the Red Sox with the 2BD, TBD.
Yeah. Chris Murphy also is a possibility here as an opener, I would guess, for the Red Sox. Maybe an opener for Whitlock. The way I see it, maybe. So, we'll see on that. That makes it tough, but Murphy's just kind of an opener here in this one. Man, it feels like I learned maybe if I go under in the first game, I'll go over in the second game.
Oh, okay.
Over, yeah. After, because like I said, they got blown up in the last game. So you were just fading Schmidt, you said.
I am, yes.
Okay. All right. Anything in the chat in game 2? You can hold us to it. Come in here and say, you guys are totally wrong on the game 2, that double header.
The TBD pitcher, yeah.
Steph is here today as well.
Yeah, what's up? Orioles, lock of the day.
The Twins on the road here, favored $1.80, 9 over 15. This total has definitely gone a little bit lower here with Jose Urena here for the White Sox and Twins at Sox. Here you go, Mindy.
Yeah, I haven't heard Urena's name, it seems like, in a while. He's, I don't know, 0-5 with a 8.46 ERA. Just been okay, I guess, here, Ramon. I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like, Maeda has been anything necessarily special, but I kind of feel like we have a lot more to play for. I also feel like with the White Sox, I have a really bad bullpen. So when it comes right down to it, I feel like blowing the last 3 games out of the bullpen, give me the Twins. Maeda, he does have a little bit of an elevated batting average versus this White Sox team. So it's sitting at 295, but Urena, he's been way worse, right? They hit him for almost 400 batting average here. Maeda, 28.4% K rate. Urena, 10.8. So I give the advantage here to Maeda. And then I look at the bullpen, and I think we got the Twins getting this one.
Okay, Fair enough. I don't know if I want to lay that price with you. I'll take the over in this one. You got the Twins have gone over in 14 of their last 21 games. Yeah, Miami has been getting blown up. I mean, we want him to be good. We need him to be good. If you're the Twins, you really need his contribution. But 7.5 ERA now in his last 4 starts. Urena did have a start for the White Sox. And it was he allowed a run in 4 innings. Threw 99 pitches in 4 innings. Couldn't make it any easier on himself, I guess. So
That's a lot of
the
pitches.
White Sox have been going under of late, no doubt about it. I got to take the over now, though. If it's down to 9 in this one, I'm going to go over. Twins certainly should be, favored here, obviously, but I don't feel too comfortable laying that kind of price. Let's see what the chat says here with Butterscotch. She's coming in on the Twins here today, and Jacoby's on the over. James is on the over. Hello to Who Bangin'. Good to see you today. And Steph says, take the White Sox here. Oh, thank you, Big Boss. Yeah, please like and subscribe.
Nathan's always on the Twinkies, for sure. I see that crescent come up all the time with him.
Giants and Rockies. Here it is, Mindy. We got this one right yesterday with our premium picks on the under here, 7-3. Little bit of a sweat, but didn't matter. And here we're dealing with another lower. There's a low total for a Colorado game, certainly, and maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not low enough. I don't know.
Oh, Scotch is all over Panda Express. That sounds real good. Maybe I should do that for lunch. But I have not had the deep fried Twinkies yet that that Blake is talking about. So I feel like I need to get myself to the Iowa State Fair at some point in time for me. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is necessarily going to be one for the Giants. It kind of seems like it on paper, right? Because the Rockies tend to struggle. And then you got Webb here on the mound. But geez, I think I got to be all over the Rockies on this one. And especially if I go ahead and take a look at kind of some more of the inside numbers here with Chase Anderson. He's been really good. He has that higher K rate. He has 23.1 compared to the 20.1 here for Webb. He has the lesser batting average, 249 compared to the 336. Also has the lower on base percentage. He gives up a 331 compared to 447 versus Webb. So I think Webb might have a little bit of trouble here with the Rockies. No way I want to pay 235. So give me the Colorado Rockies here on the run line today.
All right. Giants need these games so desperately right now, no doubt about it.
Sure.
And that worries me a little bit. The price, so is certainly not something that I'm going to be paying much attention to. I'm not going to lay that. And so I don't mind the run line, I guess, here, but this is a solid under. Sorry about getting my drink on.
Get your drink.
Yeah. I'll be, of course, on the under in this one. We went under yesterday. I'm going under today. Show's only half over, right?
It is.
All right.
It is half, officially half.
Yeah, because that's it for baseball. Let's see what the chat
10
had to
games
say.
in baseball.
I'll recover here. Let's see what the chat had to say in this one. I'll take the under. Mindy on the Rockies run line.